Welcome to the UHeard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it at the end. No, let's talk about this right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. Dang.
Oh,
Are
wow.
we live or?
Hey, here we are.
Hi.
What up?
Hey, everybody's here. Hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing?
We're missing a Ben.
We're missing. We're minus a Ben.
Yeah, he's the guy that doesn't work is late.
Right.
Amazing.
Where's Ben late?
Yeah, he'll be late. He'll be
Oh, my
late.
dog, man.
We got a special guest on too. We'll bring him in a minute, but chat. I hope all is well. You know, we're going to the Natty. You know,
I don't know if that's ever gonna. I don't know if that's ever gonna sink in, man. Yeah.
23 years. 23 years, man. We going to the Natty. My wife's in the chat. Hello. Lovely. Rocky. Phil. What's going on? Jay. What's up, man? We hope everything is well. I hope everybody's doing all right. You know what I mean? Hope everyone's weekend is going well. Real quick before we bring on our guest, how you doing real quick, man? Poke, how's everything? How's your weekend going?
It's going great, man. It's been a pretty relaxing weekend. Had a little date night last night with the wifey.
Yeah,
had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, especially during these months in Florida. You don't have to do as much yard work anymore, so that's always a relief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but yeah, other than that, man, I'm just enjoying this, man. It's still, I don't know if it's 100% set in with me that we're actually playing for a national championship.
Sure.
It's I mean, it for no apparent reason at all throughout the days, I just get like emotional about it. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
And then especially when they dropped the cinematic today, that
absolutely.
Goodness gracious. But you know, it's Victory Sunday, so
absolutely. We got ours. We'll do our toast.
We got a moment. We gotta let it get our
before
guy
we get
in.
to UCB real quick. Get plank time in here.
Yeah, I was about to hit that real quick. We're not doing any of that shit today. We appreciate the dono, but come on now.
Yeah, he's being sarcastic. He's being sarcastic. Yeah. Because that's the talk on the World Wide Web is that Indiana will beat the Jets. Somebody posted that, which is out of control, which is bananas. Absolutely bananas.
A good high school team can beat the Jets.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Indiana
would beat Indiana by 50, bro. What are we talking about
the breaks off of it.
Hey, what are we talking about, bro? The Jets will beat these motherfuckers by 50, bro.
Right. CB, what's going
on? First off, whose rules are we playing? Are the hashes as wide as they are in college?
Yeah.
Because if they're even wider like that, an NFL player, stop.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. CB, how's your weekend, man?
It's been a good weekend. I've just been chilling. I've been watching a lot of Common Writer. 90% of people listening to this have no idea what I'm talking about. But I just been chilling. I just be on my nerd stuff when I'm home on the weekends, sleeping a lot, watching a bunch of nerd stuff, enjoying my my Common Writer life. No sneakers this weekend, so I've just been chilling.
Nice.
Just been chilling, man. I didn't even watch the IU game. My dad called me. My dad gave me updates on the IU game, so I didn't really need to watch. He was texting me constantly.
I cut that thing off
last night.
That shit was
I didn't
over by
even tap
halftime
in.
anyway.
Yeah, I cut that shit off at halftime. I didn't want to see that. Real
I didn't
quick.
even tap in.
Last Kings, man. The media sucking off IU for beating an undersized Oregon team that gave up 28 points from turnovers. Miami has had the hardest path getting to where they are now. I love that they keep doubting us. Go Kings. Absolutely.
Yes,
That's how
sir.
it
I
is,
use a
man.
good football team though.
We wouldn't have it any other way. But we'll talk about it, man. Listen.
I use a good football team, and yeah, they're going to be favored over us because it's kind of 2 years in a row. They're kind of proving that they're a good football team. So I'm not shocked about that.
Not at all.
Chop it up. All right, we got a big guest, man. We got a special guest. Poke, I don't know if you want to introduce, but I'll introduce him if you need
Go for it. Go for
All
it.
right, man. Big Jason on X or Twitter, known as Kane's Chief. You know, he has all the hot takes on Twitter, man. He talks a lot of shit. So I hope y'all I hope y'all ready. You know what I mean? Hey,
Kane's Chief.
Oh, let's go.
on, brother.
Chief, what's up, big man?
What's up? What's good, y'all? What's good? Thanks
How
for
you
having me on, bro.
doing, man?
Absolutely.
Doing great.
Yeah, man. We were talking before we got on, man, and you mentioned that you were probably flying down to Miami, man. Just if anything, just to catch the vibes. If you can't go to the game, how's that traveling been for you, man? You've been everywhere. You've been to all the rounds. Phoenix was at home for you, so what about the other travel for you, man?
Yeah, so I didn't plan to go to any of these games, to be quite fair. It just kind of worked out. You know, we got into this thing, and like they said, lace your boots up, right? Lace your boots up. And so was able to get down to Texas A&M by the grace of God, and the military decided to work something out there and get down there. Yeah, and was able to
on
get
the military jet, the military cop.
I was able to get a nice visit for the troops during the holidays, and it just worked out. And then after that, I wasn't gonna go to Dallas. Somebody came through and said, "Hey, I'm gonna see you in Dallas." So New Year's Eve, you gotta take the family. So the wifey came. That was her first game since the COVID game. Basically back in 52-10 FSU. Yeah. So it's usually just me and my boy. So we went down to Dallas with Co and the team down there. We were able to go through, and that was crazy in Dallas. After party was awesome. And then, like you said, the game here in the Fiesta Bowl is 12 miles down the road. So
nice.
Yeah, I think this was game 16 for me since I came back to the States from being over in England for a few years. And a lot of traveling. And then so to go down the street is a blessing. And wow, I mean, that game was, we did the Cal game, when we came back last year. So I thought that was like the greatest game that I've been to in a long, long time. But this game, I mean, everybody was in the stands having a heart attack. I don't know how it was at home. I saw a lot of the videos at home. A lot of y'all shared your home videos. Oof. So in the stadium, there was some heart, like literally I had to walk away. Okay. And I'll never do that. I'll never leave your seat. I'm plugged into the all 22 in the game. I'm on all that. And that game, I was nuts. I had my shirt off after the game, and I don't even take my shirt off from my wife, yo. So so y'all see the pool. So I don't even, that's just me, my time, but everybody else. So it was an amazing experience, and I heard you guys talking about it a little bit. It's still, surreal. Like Trevin, my boy, he comes through all day like, yo, we're going to the Natty? Like, just randomly, like, walk in the kitchen and just say it. So what a blessing, and thanks for having me on, y'all. Ready to chop it up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Real quick, before we start, if you have a glass, this is
y'all surprised me.
Celebratory Sunday. This is celebratory Sunday. You can grab something if you need to.
Hey, I'll be right back. I mean,
we toasted up, and we like to
a lot
celebrate
last night.
the
There's no alcohol in my cup today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I drank a lot.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Still,
if you
I
drank a lot.
Yeah,
I did too. But guess what?
My brother came through last night. We polished off some shit together. It was wicked.
Yeah. Yeah, the surrealism, man. That part of it to me, it's just dope that we have a home game. Like that's crazy. And I feel good for the team because they've been road warriors, right? They've been traveling. I think somebody said what, like 4,000 miles or something like that.
And it's not just like to Georgia or Alabama. I mean, they're going out to Texas twice, and then across the country to Arizona. So
Texas, come back right back to Texas, and then Arizona. Man, that's crazy, man.
I don't know how much is in this one now. I don't know what's in the shot. So you're
all right, man. Let's toast it up. Salute to the Canes.
I like it, and I
Salute
don't
to the
like
Canes.
it. Us playing at home.
Let's go. Let's go to us playing in the Natty at home. Hey, bang.
Yeah, I like it, and I don't like it.
Okay. Well,
I like it because it's a unique experience.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. But I like the focus being away from the crib gives you.
Mm-hmm.
I like it's easier to lock in.
I could say
without going home every day.
Mm-hmm.
Is a bit different. You get to lock in a bit different. And not saying this team lacks discipline. I mean, clearly, this is a team that has leadership damn near in every position group that holds each other accountable quite a bit. I mean, that's been the staple really of a Mario Cristobal team, is that accountability. So I'm not saying guys are gonna be out partying and shit, but you do lock in a bit different when you're not at the crib. It's a difference between working at home and working and going to the office. It's just a little that there's distractions when you're at home. So I like it because there's that familiarity with it, with little things like the field, little shit like that. But I also don't like it because you're at home, because you're at the crib, because your auntie still got access to you, because your cousin still got access to you. So there's to me there's a plus minus with the whole working at not working from home or playing at the crib. Yeah.
How you feel about that? Chief?
Yeah, I could definitely understand that, and I see that. I just think in the Nazi,
the Natty,
you try to keep things consistent, right? And if you went out to say wherever, so let's say this one was at the Fiesta Bowl, it'd be all off to the first time kind of doing something in the Natty, the press that comes with it. It's like Super Bowl weekend, right? You got already that, so you're already kind of messed up. They go to the hotel before get right. I mean, if Mario is worried about that, he's a psycho, right? So he put him in the hotel in Miami, right? For 2-3 days before. Let's be honest, right? So if Mario ain't really concerned about it, I'm not really concerned about it. I think there's something to be said about that green tree is on Hard Rock, right? Mm-hmm. And we've done that all the time. We've been talking about protecting your home, right? And knowing everybody, there's kids and family outside the stadium waiting for you. I don't know. I just think that's like green tree. We plant seeds in the Hard Rock from green tree. So I don't know. To me, that's where I'm kind of thinking, but I could see it too, man. I could definitely see the distraction. Everybody want tickets. They said that with the Super Bowl too,
Facts.
So I get all that, but I think that's going to happen anywhere, right? Like, I think everybody wants a PC. Everybody wants an interview. Everybody wants something. So, yeah, I think they're just locked in. They've been that way. I'll say this. After we went to the hotel after the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, and it was hype, right? Like the team was even hype. You could feel it. You could see it. We were there late. We went up to Scottsdale after the Fiesta Bowl, and somebody hit me up and was like, yo, how's the hotel right now? And we messed up and walked into the private area. Like we was back there. I didn't even know. Right. And they were locked in. It wasn't what you would, they were way more hype coming out of the Cotton Bowl than the Fiesta Bowl. It was already like that switch had already happened. And I'm being honest, like I even said to my, I was like, yo, they are locked in already. Like this was not like the Super Bowl for them. And so I like it. I like being at home. I like that being the first one. Let's do it. Right. Lace it up. I'm good with it. I don't care where it is. It could be down in my old, in Hollywood. I don't care. Wherever it's at, they're going to play, so.
Yeah. Poke, how you feel, man?
No, I mean, I get the level of complacency that could happen just because you're at home and being in your own facility and not have to worry about the travel or worry about going to someplace new. That could set in, and but also at the same time, you're playing for a national championship the first time in Miami in 20 plus years. So I think that brings another level of focus and another level of being locked in because of what's at stake. So having that comfortability, that awareness of being at home and being able to actually be in this situation in front of the crib, in front of your hometown, and putting on for the city, I think that notches it up a little bit to kind of overcome that type of stuff. And the way that these coaches have had these guys locked in, going back to just after the SMU game, I just don't see that veering at all. So for me, I don't think it's as big of an issue. I think I actually think it's going to be a little bit more of an advantage for us. Now, it might be a little bit different going in and being the visitor, having to be on the other sideline.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At first it's gonna be a little off. You know what I mean? But at the same time, now I think they'll be just fine, man.
Yeah, I think I definitely understand the hesitancy or but even to CB's point, we don't know all the details, but what happened to Bryce already at home?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Already, like you outside for whatever reason, you're in that situation now. According to reports, it was a party at an Airbnb, so he was just outside. It sounded like some setup stuff to me. But
but you still a teenager, fam. Like the same side chicks can't get a hold of you if you in Dallas. Like, let's not pretend these aren't human beings, bro.
Yeah.
And so these are not human beings.
Yeah. So that but that's probably a one-off. You know what I mean? Bryce again is a freshman. He was, it's just rules. I don't understand why he would do that. But we don't know. We don't know the story. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know the full story. Let's not. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what was going on.
We love Bryce on this show. I know I love that. That's my dog.
Yeah, man. So I understand both sides. But to everybody else's point, if you're not locked in by now, you just not locked in. You know what I mean? Like, we this is a different. This is it. This is your first one. When a lot of these young men, of course, not to this magnitude, but have played in championship games. They come from successful programs. Chaminade, Columbus, wherever in Georgia. Most of them come from high level programs, so they know the magnitude. They know what they got to do, man. Yeah, man. I this is crazy, dog. So real quick, man. Ole Miss, Chief, you was in town. You was at the game. How was the atmosphere? Was it 50-50 Ole Miss Canes fans or 80-20? Like people feel like it's going to be Indiana wise. You know what I mean? What was it like?
Yeah. So here, I mean, you go back, right? Obviously, Texas A&M, 104,000 people, right? If they went to that game or whatever, it was nuts, right? From the first snap, it was crazy. Next game, Ohio State. Ohio State was not loud. I don't know if it was the Jerry World or the whatnot. They were present. Yeah, I see that. Now we're talking about Buckeyes, right? There we go.
Shout out to him though, because he was. Some of these Buckeye fans was talking crazy in our chat. So respect, Brody.
Yeah,
y'all got
a lot of people who ain't show back up. There's a lot of them who didn't show back up.
Saying him, bro. Respect.
Yeah,
y'all got
absolutely.
I like that kid.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the Buckeye fans, they were there. They were obviously present. Badass band. They were present. But I don't know if it was the stadium, and we had a lot in Dallas. I think we had a little bit more in Dallas than we did in the Fiesta Bowl. I think probably because people were like, "Yo, this might be the one," and they got to get there. And then, they're talking about that green sleeve. I saw that too. I was like, "Look at you! Like, you got that green sleeve."
Hilarious. Yes,
but
we did, brother. Yes, we did.
and then the Fiesta Bowl, it was, I would probably say like 60-40. But boy, Ole Miss fans were crazy. Like
Really
they were
rowdy.
they were they were it
Boys
was
ain't
that
never won
SEC
shit.
prep. I know that's exactly right. So they came there. They were loud from the minute. They were loud when they were down. They were loud when we were beating them. And they, for the most part, from the areas, because I was right in the divide at the student section.
Okay.
We had a little scuffles, but mostly it was really good. And everybody, here's the great point about it. And the vibe in the stadium when you talk about was back and forth. That fourth quarter was nuts, right? Everybody knows
Yeah.
the fourth quarter was nuts. There's a TV timeout in the fourth quarter, and I've seen this around the whole area. It wasn't just like me and the guys sitting next to me, but everybody turned around and was like, somebody's gonna be hurt. Like
Yeah.
one of us about to lose this fight. Okay.
Mhm,
It was like the
mhm.
pound in the last round, like, hey, nod to each other. We've
That's
given a
right.
good battle and we about to just lay it on the line. And good for us, we did come out on top, but even to the last 18 seconds, last 15 seconds, each of us are looking at each other like, why they doing to the, and I guess I haven't really watched the whole TV film, but in the vibe in the stadium was electric all game long. And they did have it, but that whole thing with the Indiana biggest alum, what you talking about, Joe, is like, so what? It's they did it at Texas A&M, and matter of
Mhm.
fact, they're there for it. They've done it over and over and over in stadiums that are loud and crazy, and I think they kind of vibe on that, to be honest, right? So yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of what I felt in the stadium. And what I'm thinking after it is like, let's go, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
CB. Oh, go ahead, Pope.
no, I was gonna say, Chief, with you guys being there, kind of walk me through that last drive and what you guys were feeling, what you were seeing on the field. And I don't know if you were close enough to our sideline to see the guys and how they were, but kind of walk us through that last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was I was in the end zone. Basically, Carson was right there when he ran through, where he's running through right behind the band. That's where we were at. So we could see the vibe. TV timeouts. I don't know if y'all, I mean, I know y'all at the game all the time, right? So one thing is you'll notice D Train will walk out about 15 yards in the middle of the, oh, I know, my bad, bro. Yeah, I see you at
Yeah.
the game though. You've been a,
He,
how many
he hit
now?
a couple. He hit one.
I've been to
Okay.
one game.
I remember the
Let's
one.
not-
That was
let's
a
not
big
lie
deal.
for
Now,
the
don't-
people.
yeah, okay.
I will
all
never
right.
lie to the people. I live in
I
Houston,
got you.
Texas. I'm
There
not
you
at
go.
these games, but I love
But
my
you've been
games
to
to
you,
death.
yeah. No, I know. But Dennis had walked out to the middle, basically the middle of the field, and he was just pacing up and down, right? Every TV timeout, and you know, yeah, where we ordered, yeah, Kane's Inside came this out real quick, right? And so as soon as I saw it hit, I got it, and it got here literally on game day. I'm in the stadium, and it hits the delivery, and I'm like, oh, perfect. So real quick with it. Shout out to Kane's Insight. They got this on their site. And so, but yeah, anyway, I think the stadium, or excuse me, I think the players was and the team, they were, I think they talked about it after. I didn't see much about it, but it's looked from the sideline like, especially when they scored the touchdown real quick and they went down, they were like, it's time to go. Like it's just time to go. And they knew this was a battle. I didn't see anything there. Oh god, yes.
This is
So
actually
yeah,
a very interesting thing too. We got the narrative in college football is changing. It's kind of cool to see it change in real time. It's interesting. They're clinging on to their relevance as hard as they can at the point where they're like, well, we're still represented because Miami play like old school Bama. They are clinging
Miami
on
look like
to
an SEC
whatever the
team.
fuck they can cling on to. They're like, Ruben Bang was about to be in the SEC. We can root for them. Like they are clinging on to whatever the fuck they can right now. But it is interesting to see two teams known for physicality, two teams known for getting after it, for being disciplined, for being hard-nosed, for being tough. And these two teams come from the Big Ten and the ACC.
Yep.
It's really interesting. On paper, if you wrote down what these two teams look like, you would think we talking about Bama versus Ohio State or Bama versus LSU or something like that. But credit to the rest of college football in this new era of the transfer portal and NIL that has really created some parity. The only thing that has not changed is Oregon being a bridesmaid, but get well soon to them. Shout out to inheriting a Ferrari and doing nothing but changing the color scheme on it.
Putting
That's
different
fantastic.
skins on it, man. Putting different
Boys
skins
got a
on it.
Ferrari, and all they did, man, we changed the wheels.
Okay.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
it.
Cool.
CB, so what you said about the game, man? Real quick, just a quick. What'd you think of the game, man? What'd you think of, like, real quick? I really want to touch on the fact that Miami, right, dominated on the stat sheet, right? 28 first downs, 191 rushing yards. Time of possession was bananas. I think we ran almost double the plays they ran. But close game. How did you feel about the game overall and that part of it? Like that we dominated the game and we didn't put it away. You know what I mean?
It's continued to be something that's frustrated me with this team all year, honestly, that we don't really step on people's necks when we have the chance to. They seem to thrive when they've stomped you and then you get some life. The team thrives in those moments. It's like a dangerous moment to thrive in and like a weird thing to be your calling card. But I'll say this, man, that I think this game, that's more of a testament to that Ole Miss team that has battled an unprecedented level of adversity this year with what they've went through as a team with their head coach basically making it a fucking clown show for the past 2 months. A quarterback that was still battling if he can get another year. And you know what I mean? I think they deserve credit not just for that, but that's a good football team, man. Trinidad is really good. I am very happy they didn't grant him that year because he needs to go to the league. That kid is very good. Like,
he needs to go.
And I don't mean that in a negative way, but this kid, he don't need to be in college football next year, man. He's a very good football player. Obviously, they're battled some injuries with Kewan Lacey being hurt, so they got that what if we're fully healthy, what happens? But I thought they played well. I thought they fought back. It seems like we took every bad tendency we had and brought it back to life in this football game, handing away first downs, pre-snap penalties, dumbass mental mistakes, David Blade doing David Blade things.
Every time.
Yeah, that's getting annoying. But what you gonna do when his backup decides he wants to go in the portal while you're still fighting for a national championship? So we have to
talk about worst timing ever.
What can you do? What can you do?
Exactly.
What can you do?
What can you do? Jason Taylor not suiting up, baby.
But let me tell you something that made me happy, man, is Mark Fletcher Jr. in these playoffs has been a different back. He's had a different level of burst. He's had a different level of wiggle. He's looked quicker. He's looked more agile. He's looked more like American Heritage Mark Fletcher in this string of the college football playoff, I think, than we've ever seen him look at Miami.
No, yeah, 100% right.
Literally looked more like 4 in that black jersey in these past few games than I've ever seen him look with a U on his helmet. I think there is something to how we built this football team that sometimes can be a bit of a hindrance to us. We beat the shit out of you for 3 quarters. That also wears us down. I think we started to see our own offensive line got a little tired in this one. There's if we sit in there and we pound you all game, that also, you know what I mean? Those our big 300-pound guys up front want to break too. I think our passing game needs to be a little bit more consistent earlier in the Natty. I think we need positive yards on first down. The fact that Beck didn't have a positive completion for a damn near a quarter and a half, that can't happen. He showed up in the fourth quarter, so I'm not going to take this opportunity to drag him because when it mattered, he locked in and he showed up and he was clutch as hell. But we do need to be more consistent from an offensive standpoint earlier in the game. Dawson has to stop throwing these weird-ass wrinkles where they don't fit. Please, for the love of fucking Christ, if we are pounding you like this and we are paused, if we are getting 4 or 5 yards of carry, don't stop giving them Mark Fletcher until they can stop Mark Fletcher. Just run a simple play action off of it, please. There's times when he gets a little too cute in areas where I don't want him to be cute.
It's so
but
funny.
Even he locks in. Like, he has those moments where it's like, what is he doing? And then he'll rattle off 2 or 3 straight drives where you're like, boy, he on that motherfucker Dawson over there cooking. So it's
like he needs that. It's like he does that. He does that one time and then locks in the rest of the game.
Beck wasn't sharp early in that game. He was not. I think that's why you got to win games in different ways throughout the year, because you got to rely on how else can we win this motherfucker. Sometimes you got to win ugly because your defense won it for you. Sometimes you got to win where our quarterback's not on, so we just gone 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Sometimes we need to score 30. I think you need to have those experiences in your tool bag, so when an Ole Miss happens, it's, oh shit, how did we had to deal with this? Remember what we did when we had to do this week 4, week 5. I think this team can beat you in so many different ways. I think that's why we've been successful in the playoff, is because we have fought through adversity. We have had teams battle back against us in the second half. We have had games where Carson Beck wasn't on. Hell, we had games where the running back's vision was just absolutely terrible, and we gotta rely on 10 to get us out of it. We've proven now too that if 10 isn't explosive, we can beat you in other ways. So I think it's just a testament to this team and how they've battled throughout the year, how they've won games in different ways. It allows them to kind of dig deep when they are in these moments where now we're down by 1, and this is a game where shit, our offense isn't clicking. Now we can look back on other moments in the season and go, okay, we pivoted to this when that didn't work, and we were able to win this game this way. I think it just shows that we have learned from some of those mistakes as a football team. And it's cool to see when they can, for lack of a better term, blow a lead and still be locked in enough to go, okay, we just got to do it this way now. I liked what I saw from that standpoint, but please, for the love of Christ, let's not get away from what we do. It's boring, but it's effective. A-gap. I don't care how much you cheat. We can give you our film. We're running the ball in the A-gap, bro.
Chief, what you had to say, special happening, like you was about to comment on something.
No, I did think he wrapped it up in there. And that's funny. Like, in the beginning of the year, this is a tale of like multiple years, right? When you go this long in the playoffs, it's almost like what was going on in the beginning. Now we're over here going, you remember everybody was like, don't run the A-gap. So, we were like, don't run the A-gap, run outside. Give me some little bit of, like, Shannon, you paid as an offensive coordinator, not just to hand the ball off, do something else. Put your people in position to succeed, get creative. And then he started doing it too much, right? He did it a couple times and then kind of clap back at the fans like, hey, shut up. I don't care if you run A-gap 86 times. If it works, run it the whole game. I don't care. I mean, I'm just like, that's what the way this team's built. I think, CB, you were perfect on point. Is like Louisville, we struggled when the quarterback was off, and we didn't find a way to make game-winning plays, right? We just didn't. SMU, you can name a bunch of different things, but penalties, stupid penalties, and penalties that shouldn't have been called. But we got ourselves in a muck game where neither thing was hitting, right? And we didn't find game-winning plays. Texas A&M was, I'll tell you, Ole Miss was the most that I felt like an SMU game. I don't know how it felt like from outside. It was like,
it felt like
the jumping off sides, the pre-step penalties, the stupid play call at the wrong time, or the execution. You can call it either way. I like to put it on the play call. And so, you're just like, I'm watching a play right here. It's actually replaying right there. I didn't watch the TV film. I watched the other film, and I missed the Carson Beck missing 0 across the field on 3rd down, wide open, gets sacked. You're talking about the offensive line. We held the ball a couple times. The offensive line looked. But I will tell you, in that fourth quarter, that last drive, I knew when we were looking up at the clock and we were like, yo, what is going on with, like, we were they were supposed to be the 70, 80, 90 plays. They were, I think,
we ran a lot of plays, dog.
They're not used to that.
Plays,
they're not
dog.
used to that, right? And so our defense actually was hell. I mean, listen, we're pulling a true freshman who really didn't get burned. It's different for having a true freshman like OJ last year.
Facts, Rocky.
Now he's a dog, but you're down to your, think about this. How many, what were we at? We had Brown out, right? We had you had Lucas out, right? OJ got out and early in the game, right? So you're down to your 6th and 7th corner, and you already have a true freshman starting in the backfield or in the back end, right? I mean, probably not true freshman now at the end of the season, right? But at the point in time, it's like I was very happy to see we ran our game. Now we did stupid plays and allowed them to stay in, but you go back, that should be a blowout game. If you're watching the game, you're like, you take away 5 plays. They can't say that. They can't say, Ole Miss can't say, well, you take away 5 plays and we're going to blow you out. No, they could be like, man, we were 5 plays away from the winning the game, but they're not going to say 5 plays away from blowing out the team. And Miami dominated that field. Didn't Saban say that to Mario on the tip? Like, he gave him crap. I don't know if you guys saw that, where Nick was giving Mario the heyday makers and kind of lighting him up, and Mario clapped back a little bit, right?
He said we should have won by 2 more touchdowns. And he told them, he said, I got your book right here if you want to see it.
I love that. That was like, yo, hey, teacher, I've got my own class now. Okay, you might have been my teacher, but I got my own class now. You know?
Yeah,
it's all Saban disciples though. That was like in this Final Four, which is crazy.
It is.
Maybe the coldest college football tree of all time.
Oh yeah,
crazy
by far.
Your thoughts, real quick, Polk, about the game.
So we ran 88 plays, and I think they ran 60. Had the ball for 41 minutes. They had it for a little over 18. So more than double the amount of time we had the ball. So you can see you're running that many plays, and that we ran the ball 51 times that game.
Yeah.
So you know that towards the end of the game, that line was starting to wear out some. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who in their right mind would not be tired after running that many plays, especially that many run plays. But yeah, I mean, just being able to pound the ball and run the ball the way they did, and just exert your dominance on the line. That's what this team has been this entire year, and I don't expect that to change going forward into this national championship game. But you can attribute some of that to, we found out afterwards that a bunch of dudes had the flu, so that's going to play a role. I mean, not everybody can be Jordan and have the flu game. So
Mark Fletcher, Mark Fletcher can.
Not in football.
Mark Fletcher might be able to, for sure.
Mark, that's about the only one there that
But so I mean, just I don't know. It just shows me the discipline this team has had all year, and just their willingness to go out, do their job, do what needs to be done. And I don't think there's one really selfish dude on this team. Everybody's going to play their role. Everybody's going to do what they need to do to win. Whether that's, receivers going down and making key blocks to break a running back, whether it's, Carson handing the ball off 51 times because the passing game's not there, whether it's, a guy on special teams making a big hit, making a big stop. They're going to do their jobs. And I don't think that's going to change going forward. And that's just a testament on how this team's been built, how Mario's been able to establish his culture with this team. And it's very refreshing to see, especially after everything that all of us have been through with this team over the years. When you expect a different outcome to happen because of certain situations. I don't know how many times we've been in a situation like last game where we're down and have to have that final drive to win and not win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just remarkable what they've been able to do. So I don't know. I'm pumped about this next game for sure.
If we don't pump fake this motherfucking gel screen and throw a wheel behind it, I'm gonna lose my mind.
He's been keeping that in his back pocket for the Natty. That's what it is.
At some point, because somebody's gonna jump it.
For the love of offensive evolution, please.
Yeah, I feel like D'Angelo Pons is gonna try to jump one.
Well, yeah, because they got our film, so they know what the first play is going to be, but they're not expecting that fake and taking a shot over the top for the first play.
He's a hell of a corner too, man.
You just call two plays, right? And you when you script them, you go 1-2. Even the players don't know what you're going to run, right? I mean, you mix it up. Like we're going to go with these 14, 15 scripted plays, and then we run them off each other. I mean, listen, when you run the ball and you dominate the ball, he'll hand them the play, right? You just hand them the play and then say line up, right? That can option out of it, right? Like I'm really confident that Beck, can audible, out of it, right? So I like that when we're talking about Indiana and all this rumor and whether it's 100% true, who knows, right? Like, it is what it is, but
yeah, it feels like for me, everything that could go wrong kind of went wrong in the game. Penalties. You had Inez Cooper jumping. I don't think I've ever seen Inez Cooper jump.
Twice in one series. Twice in one series.
One series.
Move. Yeah. I feel like I've never seen that dude move, man. So he was jumping. Then you had the sickness going around.
Yeah.
Then you had Moten couldn't go. He tried, he kept coming back in, but he was hurting. And then you had Xavier Lucas going out with the trash call, right? The
one before that they didn't call was more of a targeting than the one they called on us.
Absolutely. Even in the stadium, by the way, everybody, all the Indiana fans were like,
Ole Miss fans. Yep.
Ole Miss, sorry. Ole Miss fans.
We gotta change that rule, man. Kids can't be. We can agree as targeting or call it the 15-yard penalty without costing the kid the rest of the football.
Half for football, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
We gotta change that.
So
give them the 15
all of that
yards,
happening,
cool, but god damn,
all of that happening, and we still come out with the dub. That's 4 drop picks, right? We were in the red zone.
Right.
When you get in the red zone, you have to score, right? That's just bottom. You gotta come away with points. We didn't do that all the time. All of that, and we won the game. So again, that's how you gotta have this type of resiliency especially in the playoffs. And our style is kind of perfect for big boy football. This is big boy football, right? So the style we play is kind of perfect for this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can't do that shit this game because Indiana's disciplined. Indiana's not as talented as Miami. Obviously, they're not as talented as many of the teams they played. They do have talent, but they're not as talented. They're not as big along the lines of scrimmages, but they are disciplined, just like Miami's disciplined. So obviously, we can't do that and expect for that same outcome for this game. Hey, Jacoby, appreciate you.
Yeah, I think we gotta. When we get in the red zone, I think we gotta get 6.
You got to, man,
for sure.
You got to.
I think one of the keys too. Couple people in the chat have pointed out that they don't play a deep rotation.
Yes, absolutely.
On defense, and that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Our long drives, when we go for a 7-minute drive where we run for 45 yards on it, and then they go a quick 3 and out. How does that defense start to wear down the longer this game goes on? Fletch gets stronger, Marty gets stronger. We really haven't even hit people with Pringle much in the playoff. So we're 3 deep where we can hit you in the backfield, and about 7 to 8 deep on the offensive line where we can start rotating guys out and swinging guys in. And if all you've got is a 13-man rotation, I wonder what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? If we are able to be successful on early downs, I think that's the key here. We have to be successful on early downs. We have to stay ahead of the chains. We really need to put some pressure on Mendoza, get in his face, get him off his spot. He can move. We know that. We've played this kid before. It's not like this is somebody we've never played. But I think that's going to be an interesting storyline in this game. a 13-man rotation against our offense and the way we like to methodically beat you up, them defensive linemen are going to be tired in that fourth quarter, man. Them bruises are going to start showing up. It'll be really interesting to see if they audible from that. If they do go with a deeper rotation up front with guys that haven't really proven it yet. It may be some of their first meaningful snaps in the college football playoff. You know, if you've got a 13-man rotation, that means you're bringing 2 guys off the bench, man. What happens when you got 2 guys that haven't really had any meaningful snaps in the last 3 or 4 games? Those jitters are a lot different. When you know you're only coming in for a couple snaps because you don't want to mess it up. You know, you want to do your assignment, but you also want to stick out, but you don't want to mess up. Those are different kind of jitters, man, to put a guy in that kind of position. So it'll be interesting to see, do they stick with that up front? Do they stick with, you know, these are the guys that got us here, we don't use a deep rotation, or do they go into that bench a little bit more? And is that something we can exploit? Now, when we do see them sub, do we start showing a little bit more misdirection? Do we get a little, not necessarily cute in the way of a flea flicker, but do we start making these guys think a bit more when it is the guys that aren't playing the bulk of the snaps throughout the year? Because they're gonna need it. If we're playing our game the way that we like to have our game plan, it's pound the rock and tire out your defense. So they're going to have to rotate. And I think that's going to be key too. When they rotate, can we punish them? When it's not their normal interior defensive line, can we punish them for that? When the safety has to take a break, can we punish them for that? When Pons has to sit down for a second, can we go over the top now? Because for the most part, those are going to be guys that are not used to being in those environments. Practice is one thing, but being out there with game speed and the goddamn national championship is a whole different thing. I mean, and we talked about earlier, Jabari, but that could have went way left with a freshman that hasn't played much. We know him enough to know he ain't scared of shit. That motherfucker played quarterback, receiver, running back, punter, kicker, offensive coordinator, and DB coach in high school. He did everything. But it can go a different way when you're thrusting a guy out there who might not be ready. And it's way different when you're in the trenches. Now you're having to deal with Cooper, you're having to deal with Brockemire, you're having to deal with CC. I think that's going to be our advantage. If we can wear this defense down a little bit, when they rotate, I think that's when we really punch them. Show them something different. You know, I liked what I saw as far as Dawson's doing this really cool thing on screens where he's making sure these linebackers pause for a second. He'll do a false pull. He'll pull the guards one way, throw the screen back the other way. I want to see more of that, especially with the rotations. Confuse those guys. Don't give them easy plays. I don't want to see just a dive in the A gap when those rotation guys come in. I want to make it harder on those guys. Make them think a little bit more. It's going to be interesting. They like to move their defensive line a lot too. I think we can punish them for that. We punished Ole Miss for that a lot. They stun it a lot. And there were a lot of times when Dawson had the perfect run block called for those stunts. Those outside runs, those off-tackle runs were perfect timing for those stunts when they would bring Cam, when they would try to twist or stunt Cam. We're running right off his ass as he stunts. We going right where you were. I think that's going to be the key to this game. It's going to be a boring key to watch because a lot of people just like watching the ball, but keep an eye on those rotations, on when those backup guys come in, and let's see how Dawson tries to give them a little bit more to see than what they're seeing in practice.
Absolutely. What is that? Flixahorts. $5 dono, man. Appreciate you. By the way, the heaviest D lineman for Indiana is 302, and weight is only 6 inches, 6 foot. 0 inches, 6 foot tall. We're gonna stop that finesse-ish. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man.
They might not be big, but they're not really. I wouldn't call them a finesse team.
The way they run their defense is what we kind of see with Miami's defense. They attack, they gap it, one gap, go get to the quarterback. They penetrate. They're small, but they're quick. And they get to the quarterback, they get in the backfield. So I don't think that. I mean, the size I think will eventually wear them out. Because they really haven't. The most physical team they've played is Ohio State, right? And we see what type of game that was.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting though. That pass rusher on Markel Bell's side, he struggles with speed guys, and he nice. That kid's nice. I mean, I say kid, that probably 27.
Yeah. The average age of that team is like 25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got a bunch of grown men on that squad.
They got all them old JMU kids. They got some veterans on that team, some serious veterans.
Yeah, Polk, how do you see? I think we lost Chief, man.
Oh, there he is. There you go. He's coming back on.
There you go, Chief.
Hey, we got you.
Lost you. Question for you, Joe.
Real quick, who is this?
Redag 5677 asks, you think they'll get home against our offensive line though? Them being smaller, a little bit more agile.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to be a consistent thing. Throughout the playoffs and throughout the year, mostly when people got home, it's because Carson Beck is holding the ball too long. That's the main reason people get home. It's not because they just beat us. It could happen, of course. But for the most part, if Carson Beck gets through his read and gets the ball out, they shouldn't get home consistently. I'm sure there'll be one or two.
This I agree with Rocky. They're not a huge team in stature. Like they don't get off the bus as the Monstars, but they like to be physical. They're they are
definitely physical.
They're not
like I said, they're in the mold of Heatherman. Heatherman coach for their coach. So they're in the same mold.
Yeah, they're tough. They're just not as big as we are.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, so
which matters.
Yeah,
matters.
Yeah.
You be as physical as you want. If I'm bigger than you.
How do you think the game? How do you see the game going, man? Watching Indiana, I'm sure you've watched Indiana against Oregon. That shit was a blowout. Yeah. But against Alabama, Ohio State, maybe. How do you see the game going?
Well, I mean, you definitely have to go back and look at when they played Iowa, when they played Penn State. Heck, even when they played OSU the first time, those weren't big blowout victories. They were tough fought battles, and I think they had to beat Penn State on one of their final plays of the game to pull that one off. So, I mean, the blueprint's there for how to beat them and how to kind of neutralize them somewhat. But I mean, the biggest thing for me is not getting behind the sticks early and come out and punch them in the mouth from the rip, and show them that we mean business. So, I mean, we faced a gauntlet of teams coming into this and all had almost kind of the same MO, like, oh, they're going to, blow Miami out of the water by 21 plus points. And it's not even going to be close. It's going to be an embarrassment and blah, 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 and all this other crap. But I don't know. I think that's more of people speaking to recency bias because of how Indiana looked against Alabama and the blowout of Oregon. But at the same time, Oregon didn't do themselves any favor in that game and made the game a lot worse than it needed to be. I think if Oregon's on their A game, I don't think you see a blowout like that. If they don't make the mistakes that they did, if they don't, turn the ball over on their side of the field or within the red zone and, all that stuff. So it's definitely gonna be the trenches again. And that's what we've done all season is win in the trenches and being able to lean on those big boys through the stretch of the game and down towards the end. That's what it's going to come down to. I mean, I think it's going to be a lot closer game than everybody is making it out to be.
Absolutely.
Whether we win or we lose, I think it's still going to come down to a one possession game. And if it's a 2-score game, I think it's only going to be, maybe 10 points, but it's going to be a good matchup and it's going to be, a hard fought battle through the whole thing. It's just, staying disciplined and playing the Miami football that we've been playing these last several weeks. So I think that last game, getting some of those bad tendencies out of the way is going to help because moving forward, I don't see us making those same mistakes again or stuff like that, which is going to be key. So they'll definitely take advantage of mistakes. We saw that with Oregon. So limiting those is going to be very key. You know, you
Doing
can get
this
away with
spa.
a few here and there against certain teams, but I think with Indiana, I don't think that's going to fly. So they're a very disciplined team. They play very well, and you can tell by the product on the field. They don't make a lot of mistakes. So get them in uncomfortable situations the best you can, and you know, try to force some of those mistakes. And I think that'll kind of tip the scales in our favor at some point.
Chief,
Yo,
Indiana. Do you think they're like Miami? In what ways do you see the similarities? What ways do you see the differences?
well, I think they're coaches, right? I think both head coaches want to win in a certain style, right? So I don't think the coaches are that different, right? Like Ole Miss, fast pace, right? Texas A&M offense different than Indiana's offense. I think they're a lot more like an Ohio State without the big targeted Smiths. And I'm not saying like talent wise, but I just think that they match in that Big Ten style of offense. So I think we're a lot more Big Ten than we are ACC, right? Like I think we're built for that. You talked about it earlier. Joe. I think we're built for that. So I think that's where the matchup kind of matches. But surprisingly, you know, every team goes, yeah, well, Miami just played in the ACC until they play Miami. So you know, being similar, every single, I don't know if y'all catch
That's
this.
facts.
Pick game started off Amon Moten sack, set the tone. Very first drive, boom, we get a sack. Texas A&M, Bain, Medzor, bam, sack, first drive. Every single first drive is a shock and awe. I just think that they get surprised that, like, yeah, we heard all the talk about Miami's line, we heard about Moten, but yet every single first series, we're jumping on them, right? And it's almost like we didn't know they were that fast. We didn't know they were that big or that twitchy or that whatever. And then they settle down, right, as they get to it. But I just think that this is going to be a lot more like and I don't mean score. I mean an Ohio State physical. Ohio State was thumping down there. Like I was on the row 5, and you could hear the thumps, right? I mean thumps, and I was like, God, how did these guys getting up off of it? I just think Indiana's a thumping team too, and yeah, Mendoza plays like Beck without all the years, right? And so, yeah, I see that perfect timing, right? You got to keep acting like Beck isn't suspect. Yeah, y'all get nervous. I hear it. I hear it come through the TV. I feel like every Hurricane fan goes, no. Yeah, with Beck sometimes, right? I think that Louisville game got y'all like this is a Tyler version 2.0. Sometimes I think y'all worried about that.
Everybody keeps pointing to those two games. That kills me.
I know.
Man. That's hilarious.
But listen, you got to give him.
I think he's been spectacular in the playoffs.
But listen, you got a winning football. This is about winning football. 3rd and 10, right? 3rd and 10. We're down. We're out of field goal range. And you got to make a play to get us at least field goal range. It's easy. Nobody's giving credit like to the really good throws. Now he missed him, Marion, on the first play of the series where he was open on the deeps. So. But he nails him. He reads it right. He gets it to him right. I just think that I'm not a Carson Beck guy, right? Like I'm not going to sit here and say Carson Beck is the greatest quarterback we've ever had, but he plays winning football. And I'm not even going to say he's the best in the last whatever, but he plays winning football. And Mendoza, he's seen everything that he needs to see. And I like Beck in these moments. I might not like him when he's like missing a deep pass early on. He gets a little hyper, but going back to your point, I think Miami is a lot like Indiana, Ohio State, Big Ten football. I think this is going to be a Big Ten game, and you're going to smash it up. That's just how I see it.
Rocky, you know how I feel about this. Don't let me get negative, bro. It's a celebration show. Hit my DMs, Rocky. We'll talk. Y'all know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I do think they're similar. I do think the way Beck and Mendoza play are similar. I think Mendoza's just a bit more athletic than Carson. I don't think Carson's played that great in the playoff, but I don't think he has. I don't think he's played as bad as maybe some people would probably. Some of the live tweets seem. I don't think he played a good game.
So contextualize it.
To be honest,
what do you consider him playing great? throwing for 350 yards and 5 touchdowns? Is that where you're considered great, or
No,
are you considering great just because he manages the game? Like contextualize it. Like explain like what you mean by
he
not
wasn't
great.
very accurate in this football game. I mean, shit, for about 2 quarters, he didn't complete a pass that went farther than the line of scrimmage. He didn't play. I don't think he played a good football game until the fourth quarter. I think he locked it in the fourth quarter. I think he looked a lot more accurate. I think he looked a lot more decisive. He's tough. We know he's tough. He's seen it all. We know he's seen it all. But I don't think Beck's played a great college football playoff thus far. I don't. I think he's played good enough for us to win. I don't think he's played us out of football games, but I don't think he has all year. Right. I think one game he probably played us out of a football game. But I've said this all year. I don't think we have. I don't think any of those our 2 losses can be because of Beck solely. But I don't know if you can credit him alone with any of our wins either. Whereas with some quarterbacks, you can say they won this game because of him. I think he fits what we do as an offensive team. I think I want to see more play action because I think he's great in the play action. That's why
I agree with you.
That's why I scream about it. But I don't. But I love this team to death, and I've never been a big fan of him, but I think he fits this team. But I don't think he's played great in the college football playoff, which is saying something because we're in the goddamn Natty.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So if he shows more consistency even earlier, I think we're even more dangerous because we've been dangerous without him looking like he's on. Am I the only one that thought he did not look good in this football game until the fourth quarter?
Here, I think it's crazy, right? So you would say obviously Trinidad had a better game than Carson. Right?
I just fucking said that one. Well, the last one, yes. I in the fourth quarter, yes.
Oh, you're talking about
before that. No, I don't think he played really well.
You're talking about the comment, not me, right? You're talking about the comment.
Yeah, the comment. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, damn, I just asked a question.
No. Yeah, so, the comment. No. I thought he played great in the fourth quarter. We don't win that game without him playing like that in the fourth quarter.
And I know
so everything he did in the first half negates that. I'm failing to follow.
No, if you're asking me, did he play good in totality of 4 quarters? No, he had a great fourth quarter. That doesn't mean he played a great game. If I put up 20 in the first quarter,
disagree then.
And
agree
then I
disagree
don't,
then because
if I score 20 in the first quarter and I finish the game with 22, did I have a great game or did I have a good first quarter?
Yeah. Hey, listen to this. Listen to stats. Crazy, right? I know stats can be skewing, right? Because Mendoza threw 5 touchdowns and like 177, right? So but Carson Beck was 23 of 37, right? Guess what Trinidad was?
23 of 37.
Yeah. Carson had 268 yards. Guess how many Trinidad had? 277. How many turnover worthy plays do you think Trinidad had?
At least
4. We know we gave them 4.
Oh, he had at least 4, right?
We
had about 6.
He
had about 6, I'd say.
Carson had 1 interception on a tip pass he should have thrown earlier, misread it, went to a second read and got tipped. I agree with you though. There was missed plays, right? There was missed big time plays. It's just because we see him through the glasses, right? I'm being honest. Now, not UCB. I'm not saying you because I can't tell what you've been saying. I don't. But I'll say this. Many UM fans see him through the glasses of Cam Ward, and they want that, right? I'm just saying a lot of fans. I'm not saying you. They want to see a quarterback win the game. This game.
That makes all the plays.
Yeah, he hit. I mean, CJ Daniels on an out pattern gets a first down on 3rd and 6. 3rd and 10, he hits Marion.
Keelan.
Yeah, he has 0 cross 3rd and 10, right? And then he makes a game-winning run, which I've been screaming for this dude to run, even though he can't run. And I almost was like, no, don't run.
Vanilla Vic.
But by the way, if you listen to Shannon, Dawson said the play was designed for Malley
on
the left-hand side to stop. And if you watch the play, he looks at him. He got the linebacker in the corner squeezing. That was the SMU style play that he threw the interception down there at the 3rd and the overtime.
Yep.
He didn't let it go. He slid up. Frickin' CeCe does an amazing block, super deep. I don't know how he got out there off the other guy in the looping tackle coming around. And then your point, last thing on CB was Carson. Carson's rode that high and wave even with us, right? Like people forget you think his arm is fully healed? I mean, it takes people a long time. And I'm not giving him excuse, but sometimes I wonder, like that ball that died, two of those deep balls died on those when he doesn't have to like throw it and drop it in, when he's got to put it on a rope, sometimes, I don't see it there. So to your point, I think if you asked him, I'd be interested to ask him. I bet you'd say, I haven't played my best game yet. And not just trying to be, talking. I think he just hasn't played his best game yet. And to win the Natty, I'd love him to go out there and throw. Everybody think we're going to run, and this dude throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns, and we walk off, and Carson's a dude. Now, I don't think that's even possible because I think we're going to try to run it down there. So
I disagree with this take.
Here we
by
go.
the way.
Here we go.
I disagree with this take.
Yeah,
and let me tell you why I disagree with this take. Beck has been throwing seeds, y'all. He just hasn't. I don't think he's played a full, complete game, but he has been throwing seeds. Let's not do that about his arm. Yes, some of them deep balls did die on him. I do agree with Chief, but some of that is
release
as a quarterback trying to figure out: do I put more air under it? Do I not? Do I put it on a line? And sometimes, shit, you are throwing a football 60 yards down the field. It's just
agree.
But this narrative that he's had a noodle arm this year does have to fucking stop.
By the way, that's not what I'm saying. Nobody
no.
Y'all take something I say and you make it way bigger than it has to be.
Just look at like you were saying, just look at that 3rd and 10 play. That ball he ripped to Marion across the middle.
Yeah. Die.
Holy crap. That should blow that narrative
completely
out of the water. Just that one throw.
Y'all take me saying he didn't play a great full game into his arm is trash. His arm is not trash. His arm is not bad. Again, I am advocating for him to have more opportunities, especially in the play action game, especially when we're gashing you on first down. I would like to see us attack right behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties. I think that's where he excels. No, I do not think he's Van Dyke or Joe Montana, but you could be somewhere in the fucking middle. God damn, y'all are we? Joe, take it over, bro. I forget you. When we win, everything goes right. You can't say nothing wrong. My bad.
Yeah. No, man. It's there's both sides of it, right? Yes. Yeah. Of course, he hasn't played a perfect game. No, correct. I still to this day think his best game was Florida State. That's his best game of the year to me. But
this is all
he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to throw for 300 yards. It would be nice, but he doesn't have to. He's not. I don't think he's asked to do that. When it's time, when it's the fourth quarter and it's a close game, he's asked to take care of the ball. He's asked to get big 3rd downs, and that's what he's done. So, can't knock the hustle. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's not turning the ball over much. I think in the playoffs he's 10-1 maybe, 10 touchdowns, 1 pick, 10 touchdowns, 2 picks, something like that. So
just won the last game,
right?
And that wasn't on him.
And that was on a deflection.
Yeah,
so
that's all we can ask for, man. For real, keeping it a buck. So yeah, man.
I mean, he is a finalist for the what is it, the Maxwell or the one of those they just announced today. So that's
dude is very efficient, and he does what he's supposed to do. That's all I care about, son. You know what I mean? He does what he's supposed to do. Yes, he's missed some throws. Definitely that throw. Malley was wide open. He missed. He threw it over the wrong shoulder. Keelan Marion, but when it's time, third down efficiency is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The 3rd down efficiency is crazy. So, yeah, man. Listen, we are well over an hour. 500 on, man. We right at the 500 mark. Listen, you guys see the QR code up here, right? You see that QR code? Scan that QR code. Get your merch. We just dropped some new merch today and yesterday. Natty bound. We dropped the Vanilla Vic shirts. So when you start to see that stuff elsewhere, we dropped that earlier. We dropped that yesterday. Vanilla Vic. It's dope. Ben was cooking on that one. That's the best thing he's ever done.
And when y'all get these, tag us, man. Tag us in the photos.
Yeah, tag us, man. Let us know you got them.
Tag them. If you take a video, tag us. We'll put you on our TikTok. We'll put you on our reels. When y'all get them, let us know. Hit us up. Send us pictures of you wearing them. Yeah, man. We love the support. We know you guys do support, and we love it. When you get them, man, let us know. Send us a picture of it, man. You never know. We may make cool edits of you, bro. Go ahead and send them on over to us. Hey, so keep that out of my chat. We don't care where he went. Although I do care where he went because I still love him. But we're not going to talk about that today because we're talking about us.
If y'all going to be in Miami, man, whoever's going to be in Miami this weekend, let us know, man.
I've never said he's a bad quarterback, y'all. Fuck.
Why you got no one is going to set him off.
CB, I think I did that, CB. I think they took my comment back to you, but I wasn't saying that.
They've been mad at me. They've been mad at me since the spring because I didn't want them. They've been mad at me since the spring. I didn't want them. This goes back. This chat, me and homie, we know what we're doing here. It's because I didn't really want them, so they're never gonna stop giving me shit for that.
Real quick, before we go, man, we got a couple of transfer portal pieces, man. We got 2 receivers. We got, I don't even know how to say his first name. I'm not gonna hold you. Poke, how do you say his first? You know how to put Vandrerius? How do you say that, man?
It's
Dre. Let's say Dre. Dre
sounds
Jacobs.
good. That sounds good.
You got Dre Jacobs from South Carolina.
Yeah, man. Let's not disrespect that man's lineage on here.
Right. We got Cam Vaughn from West Virginia, and we got Omar Thornton from Boston College, man.
Yeah. Another thumper,
another thumper, another guy with a motor, another guy who flies, another crash out, basically. So CB gonna be talking about him next season. CB gonna be talking about him next season. Crashing out.
He might be my new favorite player, baby.
Yeah, that might
very much
my new favorite player, baby. I love me a crash out. Yeah, man. Cool stuff happened in the portal. I think everyone knows Levitt visiting.
Yeah, we got some. We should have some news coming, man, within the next couple days. Also, an O lineman from
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Is it South Carolina too?
Yeah, it is South Carolina.
I forgot his name. But we should be hearing some good news.
Wait,
on
Thornton's
those front,
got 2 to 3 years left.
2, I think.
2, I think.
Right. Yeah, I think we got 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I think he went to Heritage, right?
Yeah.
I think Thornton went to Heritage, man.
Yeah.
So definitely well coached, and he flies around again. He's definitely an in the box safety. He's not a high safety, man. He's in the box. He's gonna be hitting. He's gonna be next to the line of scrimmage, man.
Josiah Thompson is the O lineman.
Yeah. Yep. Big. What,
big.
6'6" and a half,
6'7", 6'8", something like that. Yeah, he's a big.
Yeah,
big.
something like that.
And we just had what's my boy Jarquez Carter? Shout out to Jarquez.
He just hit the portal.
True freshman from Ohio State. We made his final top schools. He just visited us. If you would like to learn about Jarquez Carter, my interview with him is still up on YouTube. So just search him.
Sir. Definitely peep that.
Fantastic.
Definitely peep
that's the homie. Yes, I did reach out to him because that is the homie. So I did reach out.
Yeah,
I reached out when he entered the portal. I didn't even know if he was visiting us, but I reached out instantly.
All right, so we pull in a defensive back, we pull in 2 receivers and an O line. I'm gonna throw this one to Chief real quick. Where do you think, outside of the quarterback situation, where do you see us going forward in the portal, like as far as position wise, or what do you think the biggest needs are from this point?
Well, I mean, the one that we tried to address Bryles, got locked down at what I think it was Texas, locked him down, wouldn't let him leave, wouldn't let him come visit us. So linebacker is a need. We got a lot of people there, there's a lot of ballers there, but you need a linebacker 1, and Heatherman's a linebacker coach, right? And so he's going to want to get the top of the dudes out there and let them compete on Green Tree. So I think linebacker 2, linebacker 1. You're saying 4, 2. I don't know what you're doing, ZB.
Cameron Bobby Pruitt.
He's
Our
Pruitt's
linebacker
his-
one is
Pruitt's
on
his
the
guy.
fucking
I
roster.
love it. So, hey,
Pruitt's
I'm
his
good with
guy.
that. Listen, the way I treat the portal is you bring everybody's number one until they get on the green tree, and then they figure out who the number one is, right? So Bobby could be number one, Browse could be number one, Torrey
Bowles is already
supposed to come
committed,
back.
right?
So it's
Bowles committed
Yeah.
to Texas, didn't
yeah,
He
yeah,
committed to
bro.
Texas.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he committed
Yeah,
to
he
Texas. But so I think linebacker would be somewhere that I know we need. There's people leaving, and so you need to bring in competition. So linebacker would be the one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, you still got Wiley there. You still got Marshall in there. They're young. They haven't played much. Wiley physically has the tools, but again, he hasn't played much. But you're losing so much veteran leadership in that room. Guys like Chase Smith, guys like Wes. But if Cameron Pruitt is not starting on this defense next year, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out.
Yeah, I mean, Duke can play, right? Like,
I'm going to crash out.
matter of fact, Bobby, a troop that I used to work with, teammate, he's an Alabama kid. Went home the day he committed. He sent me his grad picture. I guess it's his cousin, and he said, "We sending you Bobby. We sending you B over there." And I'm like, I didn't even know who he was yet, right? And so, yeah, I've been hearing about him for days, and of course, you earn it. We always say, right, you earn it on special teams, right? I mean, if that guy ain't earned it on special teams, I don't know who has. He has
Facts.
dominated special teams, and so he's ready. I'm with him. Sign him up. But if you're asking me where we're gonna go, or where I think we're gonna go, or where everybody kind of heard we're gonna go, we hit the tackle. Do we go center? Do we let Rodriguez go?
Is
Do we
SJ
go
ready?
center? Right?
Yeah.
Is SJ? I don't know if SJ is gonna be that dude, to be quite honest, just the size wise and who we're competing, because we talked about that.
I think Ryan Rodriguez will be in there.
Rodriguez deserves it. He's been it. He was day one starter at Florida, and so Dylan Day too. Yeah, I mean, so I think you're looking at that, and you got to look at who they already were going after, and then what we didn't hit on. You said Carter. I think D tackle obviously is going to be there, and there's some decisions that need to be made. Right, what has happened with Markel Bell? What happens with 9-9, right, and Moten? So what happens with these players? Kind of big. Yeah, Torrey can come back, right? So you just got to figure out what happens with them, and I think that's where we go in the portal. The team knows they've been having those conversations, so got to reload, right? Just reload.
Yeah, these two kids might go back, but I love both of them. Mantro,
you think they're gonna go
Darryl.
back?
There's a rumor they're going back, that they might go back, but why? I mean, I think they should move on. They were probably underpaid for what they got coming in, because they were undervalued coming out of high school. They were both 3 stars coming out of high school, probably like severely undervalued. So the way the landscape is now, if you come out and your pennies on the dollar, these kids are probably leaving to get the better contract elsewhere, and they probably deserve it. They played really well as true freshmen. I don't think anyone in that building expected them to play as well as they did together. So yeah, I don't think they come here, but those are kids I know, so just shout out to them. But there's been a rumor that they may go back. The defensive end, you may want to add some again, just a vet in that room. It's really young once Mezzi and Bain get up out of here, so you may just want to add someone that's seen some football. But I don't want to stunt the growth of guys like Booker Pickett, of guys like Hayden Lowe, of guys like Lightfoot. I do want to give those guys their chances to shine, their chances to play. But chat, y'all know how I feel about that. I always feel like playing our guys versus anything else. But there's a standard to upkeep now as well. So Mario got to do what he got to do, man. My feelings should not factor into him building a championship team, but I will have them nonetheless.
We had some more people we're waiting for, the word of a couple people to put pen to paper and make these announcements. But we got that
graphic to drop.
Yeah, man. We definitely got some. Listen, man, if you guys are going to Miami this weekend, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie out there, man. I'll be down there Sunday afternoon. Polk, when you heading down?
Hopefully Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. Chief, if Chief you going down, hopefully. CB, hopefully.
No, CB will not be there. Let's not lie to the chat.
Not a hopeful.
Not be there. No, no, I will not be. It would have been cool. I thought about it.
Yeah.
But nah.
Yeah. We just, me and wife.
I'll be watching it from the crib like I always do, standing up in front of my television with my dogs right next to me.
Yeah, man. We going to catch the vibes, man. So, anybody got some tickets to the game, that'd be dope. But some watch party information or something, let us know. We will be in a building, man.
If you know watch parties and you out there, DM the UHeard page.
Oh yeah,
let us know. Real quick, Ethan had a good game, and Ethan still plays special teams even when he starts. That dude's got energy for days, and
Ethan
he don't stop talking shit. He started talking shit the day before the game, and I don't think he shut up yet. He probably talking shit right now. He really don't stop talking. Really good football player, a bit underrated on this defense because a lot of other people get shine. Ethan's played really well this year. I like him a lot.
He's a problem. Again, man, scan the QR code for the new merch. Chief, where can they find you, man? Let them know where they can find you.
Right now, I just hit up Twitter at Canes _ Chief. Right, I think most of everybody kind of has me on there, and that's where I'm at. I'm on Twitter. I don't really mess with the other platforms right now. Later on, I might get into something, but for now, just keep it there with the family. You know what I mean? Absolutely, man. We appreciate you jumping on, man. Anybody got anything else before we get up out of here? Oh wait, let's get hold up. CB and Polk and Chief, I guess. You got score predictions?
Yeah, we're gonna have a show Sunday, but we're gonna have a show Sunday.
Oh, the game is Sunday. No, I don't know. Probably won't. I don't know. Ben y'all may hop on, but we'll be in Miami, man. So
the game is on Monday,
right? Yeah. We'll be in Miami though.
We'll be in Miami on Sunday though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
I'll probably be incoherent by showtime.
Yeah.
Sunday night. Yes. I'm sure there's some things going on in Miami that
might require our attention.
I will be at.
Yes. I like that 27-17. I like that. I say 27-20.
27-20.
Yeah, 27.
Miami or Indiana?
Yeah. Come on, man. I'm not picking us to lose to these fucking basketball players. Losing a goddamn basketball.
Bobby Knight and them. We ain't losing to Bobby Knight and them.
Yeah, Bobby Knight ain't walking through that goddamn door. Y'all can't run a 2-3 zone here. This ain't gonna work against. Y'all ain't got no shot clock in high school. Y'all know what y'all doing, bro. This is not a hoop court. Like I said last game, all Cinderella stories must come to an end. It is sweet that y'all have had some success as a football program these past couple years, and we will golf clap that, and we will be proud of the accomplishments y'all have created. Please get the fuck out of the way because there's a trophy that Miami needs to win. Canes, 27-20. Fuck your storybook season. I don't care.
Hey. Polk, what
your
you
coach
got?
will be humbled.
I don't know. I'm looking back at these other games that Indiana's played against comparable defenses, and I'm thinking
there's only one. Right? Ohio State. That's the only comparable defense, I think.
Yeah, and that was a 3-point game?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like a
that weak ass team.
like a 24-20 type of game.
That's tough.
So, yeah. 24-20 Miami.
Chief, what you got, man?
24-21.
Oh,
he's over here. Price is right.
I was waiting. I thought you were gonna take it. I was like, damn, he about to say
$1. $1.
Yeah, $1. Yeah. How can I get right under you? I think 24-21.
I'm gonna
give me whatever the under is on this total score. I'll take.
Well, look at this dude. Look at this.
He might have meant 34. 39.
Yeah, he might have meant 34 or 44.
No mistakes in the chat.
31.
Give me the under.
He's playing CFB 26 on a freshman with 15-minute quarters.
27-23. Okay, we winning by at least 10. Okay.
I like that.
21-14. 28-20. Yeah,
31. That's his real score.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I have to see Miami's ability to like put a team away, man. Like we've had so many opportunities to just put a team away early, and we don't take advantage of those.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think there'll be a blowout. You know, I think there's potential for blowouts all the time, but I'm gonna give my score now, man.
I don't have to be humble as a fan. I'm not playing in this football game. I don't have to be humble. I don't have to lock in. I can take shots 2 minutes before the game because I'm not playing in it.
No, I'm gonna say Miami 27, Indiana 17. For me.
Okay.
You said what was the score again?
27-17. 27-17.
17-10.
That's interesting.
Because
I could see that happening too. That's what's
I
wild.
could see that. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah.
31-20. All right, Kev.
Interesting. If Indiana wins, it's by a TD or so. That's interesting.
Okay.
The
Question:
Big Ten,
have both
the big guy,
teams giving up 30 or more than no? That's a no.
Last game was the most points they've given up all year.
Yeah.
No, we don't really do the whole game.
And that was in garbage time.
27-20. A lot of 27-20s.
That they right with Pope.
17-24.
Pope, take the CB, take the score off. Okay. There you go. Thanks.
Why? What was wrong with the score?
Nothing. I was just saying. I'm just looking at it for a while. 44.
So I'm scrolling the chat as I'm doing this. My bad.
Okay. Kalfani Rob, 44-15. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow. All right.
That's
that Carson Bet game you're waiting on, CB. That's what that one is.
That's 15's even hard to get.
Quarterback play does not mean you have to
bet
that
15.
30-24.
I need y'all to understand that. And they could put up 30 and then when you play.
Listen, man. Anybody got anything else before we get out of here, man? Listen, we appreciate everybody jumping on, man. We appreciate you taking time out to chill with us this evening, man. We'll be back on Wednesday. I'm sure Ben will have a lot to say. When he misses a show, he just loads up for the next show.
Facts.
He just loads up, man. So
he did the post, so he did give them some just to be nice, a little tight end touchdown, a little something up the seam, a little play action up the seam for the tight end.
And if you haven't, if any of y'all missed the instant reaction show, go back and watch it and just fast forward all the way till near the end and just listen to Benny's rant. So if you want some enjoyment, just go ahead and do that.
That dude, man.
That was one of his epic rants. So you got to check it out.
And when you get a chance, man, also check out Ben's interview, man. He interviewed Alfred Alvarez. He interviewed him about 10 days ago. Check it out, man. Go to the YouTube, pull it up.
Yeah, real fun interview. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, man, check it out. It was real dope, man. Garrett, we appreciate you, man. All right. Thank you guys for coming out, man. We appreciate everybody. We in a Natty.
You was out of pocket for that, by the way.
We in a damn Natty, man.
That you didn't have to say.
We in a damn Natty.
Chief, right, we appreciate you coming on, brother.
Appreciate you.
Have you on the man. Absolutely.
That was way out of pocket, fam. Ben would have never.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday, right on time. You already know. You already know.